What's up, guys? This is the pre-show notes. This episode had a lot, and I mean a lot, of technical difficulties. It's 8 hours worth of content. We're going to cut it into a bunch of little snippets. This first one is only going to be about 35-ish minutes. Ends on a nice little cliffhanger for you. But even after the recording, I had a bunch of issues trying to edit it, trying to get all this stuff together. I'm hoping I've gotten over the initial humps, but there's still some stuff that's going wrong, going out, whatever. So I apologize in advance. It's not the cleanest product ever, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. The other thing to mention is that you can catch all these guys at LitRPGCon this weekend, so make sure you go check them out. And I'll mention it again at the end of the show. Otherwise, catch you on the flip side. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Who the Fuck Are We? Those of you playing all along in the home game, there should be an animal noise covering that really bad word. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. That all depends on if I'm really, really good at editing or not. This week, and really for several weeks, we are going to be doing a one-shot D&D campaign, kind of in a Gothic horror style. So this is your warning. If you don't like any of the Gothic horror style tropes, leave now. And please, please do not send me messages or comments because I will just ignore them if you continue on from here. This is actually a relatively famous Gothic horror one-shot. And it is in honor of a little bit in honor of D&D Beyond releasing some new Ravenloft material, as well as the kind of summer of horrors here that we're gonna go with on as a theme. I am your host, Shady David Shadoin, as always, from Worlds Asunder. You'll see that my co-host, Haley H.Y. Gregor, is not among us, but I do have 5 other wonderful authors who have agreed to play my victims. I mean, players, for this particular one-shot. A couple you've seen before, at least on this channel. A couple you've probably seen plenty elsewhere. And I'll leave it up to my wonderful players to introduce themselves, give us a quick rundown of where people can find you, starting with Kacey Ezell.
Hey, so I'm Kacey Ezell. I write emotionally charged adventure, fantasy, and science fiction. You can find me Indie Club, which is not true. I don't go to clubs anymore, but that song is always in my head when I answer that question. So there you go. But you can, best place to track me down on the internet is my website. It is www.kaceyezell.net or .com. Either one works. And from there, you can find links to all my socials and stuff. I would tell you which conventions and things I'm going to be at this summer, but the truth is, I don't actually know because I'm in the middle of moving and starting a new job. And so all of that is up in the air. But I'm very excited to be here as part of this group and play this one shot and see what kind of nastiness Shady can throw at us. So thanks for having me. If we have a Shady, did we lose him?
Looks like we did. Oz, you want to go next?
Hi, I'm Jon R. Osborne. I write fantasy, mostly of the urban flavor, and science fiction, mostly of the military flavor, but I do not restrict myself to those genres or subgenres. I am one of the core authors of the Four Horsemen universe, the developer of the rule source book for the Four Horsemen universe, Rules of Engagement, an aficionado of beer, an enjoyer of whiskey and scotch, and a long time, since 1980 gamer.
Very nice.
Shady going to help? Oh.
Probably. William, you want to go next?
Sure. I'm Willaim Myrl. I wrote The Dark World of Crafting and Mystic Seasons Upload. I do LitRPG, and I'll be at LitRPGCon with Shadowlight Press this July. Thanks for having me.
Where's the best place for people to find your work or connect with you?
Well, all the books are on Amazon, of course, and WilliamMyrl.com is my personal website.
Awesome. Steven, over to you.
I'm Stephen Landry. I wrote Stardivers and Vampire Sorcerer, Temple of the Storm series, and Station Company Corps with Jeffrey Falcon Logue, which just got a new release on Spotify, which I'm excited about. And I currently, all my stuff can be found on Audible, Amazon, Spotify, as well as my newest My Kaiju Evolution on Royal Road.
Awesome.
Take it
I'm
away.
excited for that.
What?
Hey everyone, my name is TJ Lombardi. I'm a 16-year Air Force veteran, and as I was transitioning out of the Air Force, I decided I really wanted to start writing. So I have 3 series under my belt, but the series I'm most excited about is Golem Master. I'm currently writing book 7 in that series. Book 4 just released on the 10th. It is written for a vast audience, but it is my take on Pokemon with Transformers, Hugh Jackman's Real Steel, but there's also demons involved. So it's been an awesome, wild ride. I was really active on Facebook, but right now I'm very active on TikTok. So if you want to connect over there, you can. And I also have my Discord, the Golem Master Universe. So yeah, happy to be here. And I've hung out with half of the panel before at Lit RPG Con, and I will be there this year as well. So you can also connect with me at the convention. So
That's super cool. Lit RPG Con was so much fun. It was by far one of the best conventions I'd ever been to. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger, I'm afraid. So.
Yep. So,
Hopefully no
Shady
fire.
said he was on his way back.
Can you guys see me?
Yep, we can see you
We
in the
can
map.
see you.
There it
Yeah.
is.
Wait,
It's
you're
you.
here
All
with
right,
us?
cool. It finally popped up. All right, I couldn't see it, so I was like trying to figure that out. Well, that's a great start. It's boding real well for tonight. I've swapped internet connections. We'll see if that works. See if that holds. Cool. Did you guys make it through?
We
intro
did.
before I cut
Yeah.
everything.
We made it.
All right.
And we added a part.
Well,
where
welcome
you
back
can
to
cut.
me. Perfect. All right. So, now that you've met our wonderful players, all authors with plenty of books, go get your read on. Definitely increase that TBR pile. 3 stacks isn't enough. You need at least 4. There is now on the screen the campaign where we're starting. Fair Verona, where we lay our scene. So these guys all have a party of characters, and I'll let you kind of introduce your characters too once we get into this a little bit, and hopefully some of you in the audience will catch on the theme of the party versus what the actual theme of the play is going to be. However, these guys have already the team itself has done one adventure already, so they kind of know each other. We're not doing a introduce themselves to each other kind of thing. So we're going to jump right into it, and hope you enjoy. All right, you guys have been on this caravan for over a fortnight now, having left Daggerford in the west, bound for Mortonshire. You have another 2 weeks to go. 2 long weeks. And except for brigands and bad weather, you have found no foes on the eastward road. It has been dull. You have passed by bogs and forests choked with silence, suffered grueling rains that left you wanting for warmth and better wages, but other than the occasional broken wagon wheel, there have been no incidents. The most excitement you've had this week was when a group of cheerful humans joined the caravan. They identify as Vistani. Despite the foul weather, they have maintained great spirits. Their colorful wagons have tailed the convoy each night. Without them, the caravan would have drowned in tedium. It is this night, when the moon above is bright and pregnant, that you find yourself on guard duty. And as others dine on buck and hare, you hear sweet music drift out from the Vistani's fire.
For the record, I did not lie with the moon. It's not my fault.
All right. What are you going to do?
Well, I think I'm going to go hang out by this fire because
It looks like we're
and I don't like being cold.
gravitating towards the music.
All right. So you join a fire. There's one family of commoners there with a few children. And they seem pretty friendly and amenable, and they nod to you as you come over. And still there's more singing from the fire, kind of down, or essentially what would be kind of the backside of the camp, down towards the bottom of the map here.
So a little to the southwest or all the way towards the southeast?
Right about
Right where you got
there.
the marker? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Well, first, I got a question for Rut over there. What are you doing in the woods?
I'm brute.
Really?
Well, you know, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
I'm
I
brute.
just went there. What kind of druid did you say you are again?
I'm brute.
Maybe he takes his tree hugging literally.
He's just shy.
Yeah, tree something.
I think I'm hungry. And these guys don't look like they have anything to share. I wonder if there's food down by the music. I'm gonna go to see.
So
Food sound.
you smell a rabbit stew kind of drifting towards you from that fire that you're heading towards.
I'm definitely gonna walk closer.
Are any of those singing voices female?
Yes, there are a few females.
You know,
The Vistani, they as you know, have about there's 12 of them that join. A few females, and they're all kind of singing and enjoying.
we shouldn't be
presence.
standoffish then.
All right. So as you approach,
what are they singing?
just kind of a rousing tune to bring up the mirth of their party.
Can I try to join along? As we're walking in there, into the fire pit.
You could, but before you do, you hear you see one of the older gentlemen kind of sitting central to the fire. He stands and he welcomes you and he says, come forth, share our warmth and wine. Speak your name, sip your fill, and become a friend of the Vistani."
In that case, I'm going to gladly accept the wine before I start singing. So taking a drink and then trying to join their song.
I'll take the
right.
wine.
And
I'll take the wine. But I look at the guy, kind of puzzled, be like, my name is Grax, but it is my name. I can't share it with you. I'm Grax. You have to be whoever you are.
well met, Grax. Well met indeed. Please, gather some food. Damia, get our guests some food. And the one of the young women sitting along the one of the caravans or the wagons jumps up and pours you a couple bowls of rabbit stew and hands them out.
Nice.
I'll
Thank you.
accept the wine. I am Quill, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Well met indeed, Quill. You look like you've traveled far. How have your travels been so far?
One might say, fortunately, tedious.
Fortunately so, fortunately so. We are also travelers. Refugees, perhaps. We hail from a beautiful land to which, unfortunately, we dare not return. The roads are the only kingdom we have left, and to wander them is our birthright.
Oh, also approach for some wine. Rocket spread trash panda at your service. How strong is the wine? Do you have spirits to go with it?
Unfortunately, no spirits here. The wine travels best, and we have much more where it came from. But you are more than welcome to drink your fill.
Thank you.
So
Except the wine and the stew.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat the stew and hope that there is more in the offing, sort of looking hopefully to see if there's more, because it's good and I'm hungry. Very simple person, me.
Damien kind of looks at you and then looks back at Stanimir, her father, and then he nods and she spoons you another bowl. And he says, well, since you are here sharing our fire, there is another Vistani tradition, which is that of sharing stories. You are welcome to feast with us so long as you share with us tales of your adventures. And he looks at you, Drax, and he goes, you there, you're getting ready for your second bowl. We'll let your companions eat. Tell us regale us with some of your travels.
Well, there was a road, and there was rain, and we walked through the rain on the road, and then we found you.
Yes, you did indeed. You found us, and we too are headed east. Perhaps not to Mortonshire, as so many here are, but if there is coin to be made, we will gladly soldier on with you.
Coin, I like the sound of that.
I spaced out there for a minute. Is there more wine?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And friend would tell, what is your name?
I am Kimura. And that's really all I want to say about me right now. Wine?
And one of the men who looks a little bit more armed than the rest stands up and goes and pulls another barrel out of a different wagon and sets it near the edge so you can go pour more wine for yourself.
I want to take the barrel and hold it up. Like I'm drinking my woes away. Like there's obviously something there I don't want to talk about, and just kind of, yeah.
Stanimir sees you do this, and he's, well, I see we have a thirsty one here. Are you drinking to forget, or drinking to remember?
Let's say drinking to forget.
Well, take your fill and then make sure to leave some for the rest. You are not the only one who must try and forget their past.
So true. And with that, we toast.
Here, here.
All right. All the Vistani join in and cheer and drink more.
Do I need to do a constitution check or anything?
Not yet.
Girl
You
can
should
hold her
never
liquor.
ask the DM if you need to make a roll if he doesn't say to. It's just courting disaster.
Or the wine is not near as strong.
Especially the dice hate you like they hate me.
Don't worry.
This is water.
I will get you on checks if you need to.
Blue, get over here. I gotta
So-
water you.
Brute, after being in the center of the foliage, sees his party members starting to enjoy the wine and starting to take on its benefits. So he walks over to where this new keg has been placed, or barrel, whatever, and rips off the lid and just starts going to town, guzzling it down. Wine and everything just pouring off of his face and running down his chest.
I'm brute.
Quill looks embarrassed.
There you go. That's the good stuff. Get it in your roots.
As soon as it's gone, Brute just tosses it off to the side and lets the empty container bounce upon the ground.
That was mine.
I'm brute.
Seems we've lost Kacey momentarily.
Sprocket, I have no idea what they're saying. Can you translate for me?
He said you can suck it out of the ground.
It's our druid pickled.
You can suck it on the ground, druid.
Alright. I'm going to pause it here real quick. Alright. We've taken a short break. As you noticed, we lost Kacey Ezell, unfortunately. She has...
That's where they'd be able to hold their beer.
Right. It's because Drax...
Neat. It wasn't that strong, was it?
Oh, no. She is unfortunately having technical difficulties. Hopefully she'll rejoin us here soon, but we'll continue on. We will soldier on without her. Alright, so you guys had just gotten done emptying another barrel of wine. You're all kind of throwing it back and forth with each other, and Stanimir kind of laughs, and he grabs another log and he tosses it on the fire, and he's like, "You are sure a strange group, but we are glad to have met you and glad that we share these roads. But it is rude of me, as the host of this fire, to ask you of your travels, but not provide any more of mine. So allow me to share with you a tale. A tale in which the Vistani saved the life of a prince. He was tall, regal, handsome even, and disgraced. His family had suffered insult after insult, and his great and genial father was too wary of war to discipline his vassals or silence his foes. He forbade his son from war. And yet when King Barov passed, it was his eldest that took up the sword and the banner and set out to conquer his foes. He was merciless. He gathered his vassals and executed those who would not bend the knee. He set forth his levies to raise the holdings of all those who stole or disparaged his noble house those past 3 decades. Yet for all his tactical brilliance and rapacity, he was only a mortal man. After one disastrous defeat, he staggered into a Vistana's camp, bloodied but not broken. Our people treated his wounds and shared with him our wine. We took him in as one of our own. We promised to take him home, and his enemies, they hunted him. But we refused to give him up, for he had shared with us bread and wine and mirth. Even when their assassins fell upon us, we did not yield. We did not, for Vistana's heart is of amber, and her courage is steel. And as he takes a breath, you hear kind of in the distance a wolf howl. And he pauses and lets it kind of all sink in. And you see kind of the rest of the Vistani around the campfire shift uncomfortably. But after many weeks, he continues once the howling has ceased. We delivered the prince home. Together, we shed blood and shared love. He thanked us and said, "I owe you everything, for as long as I rule, you may come and go as you please. Stay for as long as you wish, leave when you choose, and know that you will always have a place in Barovia." Stanimir gives you a smile. But that is ancient history. I've spoken too long, and I wish to slake my thirst with wine and new tales. Tell me more of your own people, travelers. Share as the prince did. here at our fire. He stands up and goes over to the barrel that you had originally grabbed and tries to get more wine out of it and finds it empty and just moves on to the next barrel.
I'm Brute.
Your name should be Chug-a-Lug.
Is there more wine?
We've had plenty for tonight, I'm afraid. But you are more than welcome to stay by our fire and regale us with some of your tales.
Look,
Certainly.
I'd rather not talk about the thing that torments me or burden you with that kind of curse.
And what about the things that don't torment you?
I kill monsters to make the world a safer place. That's all that matters.
Well, the world is filled with monsters, so you do many of us a great deed, and it is well appreciated.
And therefore, I think I deserve more wine.
All right.
We rarely... Laura.
Stanimir kind of
Perfect.
waves at Radka, and he takes your glass and goes and pours you another glass and then brings it back to you. But you didn't see entirely where he poured it from. What about you, little fella? And he looks at Sprocket. What tales do you have? Your travels.
Well, you asked of my people, and I have one. I was born in the bowels of a pirate ship. The captain had no limbs, just wood. Now, he doesn't even have that.
And why not?
I borrowed them.
You borrowed them. For what ends?
Yes, his legs and arms. I bound them into a raft and escaped.
The kind of burly-looking younger man who was also sitting by the fire looks at you and goes, "Why did you need to make a raft out of somebody else's limbs?"
What else would I have done?
Stanimir laughs and he goes, "I admire your ingenuity. I mean, we all have our parts. I am eldest, so I must speak for our people here. My son, Ratka," and he indicates the burly man, "is strongest, so he must face the wilds. My daughter, Damia, is quite the sentry, clever, perceptive."
Oh, she's cute.
Do you say that out loud?
I say that out loud.
Gotcha. Damia kind of looks at you and goes, "And you're not."
You're one to talk.
Now. The important question is she really cute? Oh.
Perception.
I'm not saying I don't trust the half-orc's judgment, but...
Roll for perception at disadvantage.
Oh boy, I have to perceive if she's cute. Okay. La 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 la. Alright, there's perception. Yeah, okay. How do I roll that at disadvantage now? Balls.
I
We
got
probably should have had like a 101 using this thing. Let's just roll the die. Yeah.
No,
The
that was it.
D20.
You're good. That was exactly what
did?
you needed to do. Yep. All right.
I think I was muted rolled.
You
I
think?
don't know what I did, but okay.
Yeah, you hit it. I don't know. Yeah, you rolled 2d20 and it took the disadvantage. Cool. Yeah, you think the Damia is She is pretty fair looking, but it's hard to tell because she's grimy from her travels.
Ah. I thought it was like hard to see through the bottom of this wine glass.
That was why you rolled a disadvantage.
Yeah, Quillen, I think you should give me that.
Well, the glass is empty, so you can have it.
All right, so he hands you the glass, and at that point, another wolf howls, and it sounds much closer. And the Vistani now seem a little bit more agitated.
I want to say to Stanimir that you look pretty nervous right now. Is everything okay?
Oh, yeah, we should be fine. We are travelers after all, and the wolf's howl is just always an impending hunt, as it were. But these wolves should not trouble us this night. As the moon climbs ever higher, a cold mist rolls into the camp, clinging to your ankles like a frightened child. Suddenly, the mirth of the Vistani stops, and everybody around you is starting to show signs of panic. Its cold caress leaves a shiver upon your spine. Tucking yourself deeper into your cloak, you notice the trees begin to shake, but there is no wind tonight. As you gaze at the tree line, a leaf flutters down from above. Let's see here. Sprocket. You look up and stare deep into the yellow eyes of a slavering beast. The first howl freezes your blood. The second, unleashed by another beast on the opposite side of camp, sends you into flight. The screams are already loosed now. The howls are the backbone of this new chaos. Travelers scream and guards rush to the front lines, but the beasts have already found purchase. The werewolf above pounces.
Didn't mention it at the beginning of the episode, but I'm going to call this Author's Trapped, the one that crashed out. You've reached the end. Or have you? We'll see you next time, and make sure to catch all these guys this weekend in Denver, Colorado at Lit RPG Con. Open up your ear holes.